Hey YouTube, hope you guys are doing good out there. Alright, so we're going to talk a little bit about a follow-up video with the Beretta M9A4 Centurion. It's running good. I haven't had any type of malfunctions since I first took it out, to which I think I only had like 1 or 2 stoppages, which I attributed to the Cerakote breaking in. Other than that, it's been running just fine. As far as wear marks go, I haven't really seen any type of wear marks on the outside other than one little speck of paint right there at the end of the barrel, so not too bad. As far as this little nut here at the end, it was beginning to come loose the other day when I put about 100 rounds through it, but then all I did was just hand tighten it and then put a couple hundred other rounds, and haven't really had too much of an issue with it. So if you're worried about this barrel cap or barrel nut thing coming off, don't worry about it too much. Just give it a good hand tighten after every 100 rounds or so, and this thing will stay on there. The little rubber washer that's in there, it does pretty good. All right, so let's talk about these targets in the background. So these are not targets I shot today. These are targets I shot yesterday. So this first one, I believe I had this around 10 yards, and so I was doing some failure drill practices with it. So 2 in the chest, 1 in the head, and of course I missed pulled about 3 of them. Well, maybe about 4, because I don't really like that right there, but that's okay. And then for this target, so I took this thing out to about 15 yards and did these headshots at the 15-yard mark, and of course pulled 2, which I don't like because, well, those are lawsuits. So with that, brought it back down to 10 yards, and so all these groups right here are within the 10. I wasn't necessarily doing rapid fire, but I had a pretty decent cadence going on. And of course, majority of these were my first few shots, around 5 yards and 7 yards. I like doing about 5 rounds a piece, starting out at 5 and 7, and then progressively put my target back. And some of these other outliers here, going all the way over here, this was done at 25 yards, which I do not really like that spread. Usually I'm a little bit better. Now, what I do contribute to is the lack of a red dot. Yes, I know I should be more proficient with irons. At this point in my life, a red dot really does help with my eyes. Now, I could try to get a fiber optic front sight here, and could that help narrow those groups down a little bit? Yes, but to be honest, I'd rather just get a red dot and be done with it. Now, as far as the iron sights go, I do like the iron sights. They do work pretty good, but for my eyes, after shooting a red dot, the eye movement bouncing back and forth as far as trying to just focus in on that front sight and trying to get a line to the rear and then trying to put it somewhere you like on target, it's kind of a pain. So after shooting red dots, yeah, I'm definitely a fan of those. Now let's take a good look at the wear and tear at the inside as the Cerakote is breaking in. As you can tell, it is dirty, but it is clear. Now the takedown lever is still a little stiff, which is good. I'm not complaining about that. There's a little bit of rubbage right around here on the Cerakote. You can see it's starting to shine through there, that metal is. But other than that, maybe just a couple places on the rails, and mainly towards the bottom of it. But I expected that, and it's wearing in just fine. Like I said, I haven't really had any malfunctions with this in the last few outings. So all the wear and tear from the Cerakote breaking in, it's good to go. Now let's talk about these targets. Again, now I do like shooting these just for a little bit of target practicing or messing around, but when it comes to training, sorry guys, but when it comes to training, I do like getting more realistic targets like this. Although it does have a little bowling ball pin outline around it, it's not the main focus, and it's not just silhouette in itself. You have all this other stuff in the background, and so whenever you're training, it's really good to get a target like this because it's more realistic. It's not just one clean silhouette. You kind of focus on, you know, where you kind of need to shoot, especially if you want to practice failure drills or anything like that. So if you can, try to get certain types of targets like these. Of course, you know, those skeletonized targets with the heart and everything, and, you know, shows rib cage. That's cool, but you're not going to really be seeing that if you ever have to use this in self-defense type situation. So, as the Army would say, train how you fight. Well, if you're going to be going up against a threat, it's probably going to be looking a little bit more like this, and not like some type of zombie, and not like some type of skeleton with its exposed organs in its rib cage. Now, when I was at the range today, what I decided to do is just take this target that I was plinking around with a little bit earlier out to about 15 yards, and then there was a little panel on my range I could hit home and it would come home. Reason I did this just so I could try to engage as if, you know, a threat was kind of coming closer. How realistic is it? Who knows, but it's better than just stationary. And when I was shooting, unfortunately, paper was flopping up, so I got a few good chest shots, and then there was a couple of crotch shots. But the recoil management of this gun was actually pretty nice. I do like how it feels. As of now, I have about 700 rounds to this pistol and been enjoying it so far. I don't see myself doing too much to it, but who knows? We'll see. Like I said, I do want to put a red dot on there. I'm kind of going back and forth about the whole compensator thing. I think it would be a cool look, but I don't think it's necessary. The recoil impulse on this feels really nice. If y'all would be so kind, do me a favor, hit the like and subscribe so I can just get those views up, and hopefully get some of these videos circulated around in the algorithms, and I will try to continue to make more videos as money, ammo, and time come available. Alright guys, take it easy. Be safe.